Three, two, one.
Welcome back to Frank Presents the Play Call. It's your girl Bree, and I'm joined by the team, Nikki and Frank. How are you guys doing on this lovely Saturday morning?
Doing great.
Pew, 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 pew.
No sound effects today, but doing great.
After morning, afternoon, early afternoon. So,
Yeah.
yes, everyone doing good? Well, today is Saturday, December 14th. We have the Army Navy game today in about 2 hours. I don't know if you guys are going to watch it, but I'm definitely going to be tuning in.
I watched a little bit of it because we got to go to my cousin's house. He graduated today from UCF.
Congratulations.
So thank you, thank you. So we're gonna go celebrate him today. Army Navy. So I might put it on. I've only really watched like one or two Army Navy games the whole time, and it was probably when I was at West Point. Yes. That was about it.
I've only watched every year. So since I got into football. Um, but we have two quick weeks to recap. I'm just going to give the scores of week 13, and then we can talk about a little bit about week 14. All right, so on Thursday, Thanksgiving, November 28th, the Lions defeated the Bears 23-20. The Giants defeated the Cowboys 27-20. The Packers defeated the Dolphins 30-17. On Friday, Black Friday, November 29th, the Chiefs defeated the Raiders 19-17. On Sunday, College Football Brawl Day, December 1st, or that was Saturday. It continued on the Sunday. But on December 1st, the Steelers defeated the Bengals 44-38. Colts defeated the Patriots 25-24. Chargers defeated the Falcons 17-13. Seahawks defeated the Jets 26-21. Texans defeated the Jaguars 23-20. Vikings defeated the Cardinals 23-22. Commanders defeated the Titans 42-19. Buccaneers defeated the Panthers 26-23 in overtime. The Rams defeated the Saints 21-14. The Eagles defeated the Ravens 24-19. The Bills defeated the 49ers 35-10. And on Monday, December 2nd, the Broncos defeated the Browns 41-32. And on week 14, Thursday, December 5th, the Lions defeated the Packers 34-31. The Steelers defeated the Browns 27-14. Saints defeated the Giants 14-11. Vikings defeated the Falcons 42-21. Buccaneers defeated the Raiders 28-13. Eagles defeated the Panthers 16-22. Jags defeated the Titans 10-6. Dolphins defeated the Jets in overtime 32-26. Seahawks defeated the Cardinals 30-18. The Rams defeated the Bills 44-42. The 49ers defeated the Bears 38-13. The Chiefs defeated the Chargers 19-17. And on Monday, December 9th, the Bengals defeated the Cowboys 27-20. So only going off of week 14, because week 13 will also be a lot to recap. I have two games of the week from that week. And the first one, the most important one, was the Rams defeating the Bills 44-42. That game was just so crazy from first quarter all the way to the end of the quarter. It came to the point too, right at halftime, the Rams were beating the Bills. I was going to say 49ers because they just played. The Rams were beating the Bills 24-14, 10-point game. They scored 14 additional points in the third quarter, and the Bills only scored 7. And then in the fourth quarter, the Bills scored 21 points versus the Rams 6 points. I think that game was so amazing. Both quarterbacks did their job, did amazing. Josh Allen, 22 for 37, 342 yards, 3 touchdowns. Matthew Stafford, 23 for 30, 320 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Allen had them 3 rushing touchdowns and 3 passing
Mm-hmm.
touchdowns, right?
Yep.
I think only quarterback to do it in so many years, and they still lost. It's crazy.
They said that he was the Joe Burrow of the NFL that game.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say both offenses stepped up, but also both defenses really stepped up at the same time as well. And big shout out to the Rams special teams in the second quarter. They blocked the punt, ran it in for a touchdown. So that game was very, very good, very amazing on both ends. I think that was the most competitive, most exciting game of the week for me. And my second game of the week will have to be the dang, I just had it too. The Jets and Dolphins going into overtime. I think that was a really good game, a really great fighting divisional game. The Jets, they look a little bit more put together than they did the last couple of weeks, even though they are still losing. Aaron Rodgers was connecting with his weapons a lot more than we've seen in the last couple of weeks. But the Miami Dolphins pulled it out and got the win in overtime.
I'm gonna go with the Bills one, and then my second game would be Packers and Lions. I think big implications there. Lions trying to hold on to the number one seed in the NFC East. I mean NFC the conference. Um, we've had this conversation before that I think is going to come down between Eagles and Lions, and whichever has the home field advantage is the one I think that's going to be going to the next level because, if you're in Philly and you got to go through Philly, it's cold weather, rough crowd. If you're in the Lions, then you got to travel over there and play. So I think Lions doing what they did there, and it was divisional too, so it was a good game. And I think the Bills and Rams, I think the Rams made a statement that game. Um, they're not giving up. They're not out of it. They're going to keep fighting and keep pushing forward. And the Bills, I think it showed a weakness for them as far as the defense side of the ball. Not being able to make a stop when you needed to, but the Rams, I feel, played all three sides of the game. Special teams got a punt block for return for a touchdown. Defense did their part when they had to, and the offense definitely scored points. Nakua and Cup, especially Nakua, was killing it, bro. You couldn't stop that dude. So
he's huge. Like he's gotten bigger since last season.
And you got to think, Allen didn't have Coleman. He didn't have certain players either in there. So it was one of those games. But like I said on offsides, it's one of those losses you could afford to take because it's out of the conference. So it's not even going to affect you in the standings in your own conference. It's going to, it's just a loss. But both good games, I think.
Yes. Nikki?
Mine is no game because I didn't really get to watch a lot of different games. But what I am going to say is I give every team every given Sunday. Good teams lose to teams that they shouldn't lose to. Good teams lose to teams that they, it's a 50-50 chance. So I'm not sweating the Bills. I'm not sweating the Rams. I'm not sweating anything. Now, what I can say is it's open for the grab because there's no team that you can't poke a hole in. As great as the Lions has been, you can see they're struggling as well, right? So I don't know. It's up to any team. Now, when you say Eagle or Lions, they're both cold area, right? So it's just adapting to where you're going. I think it's just up for the grabs because the Chiefs has been winning games that you like side-eyeing. If you paid attention, week 13, they won by 19-17. This week again, 19-17, and it's just been at the very, very end.
Mm-hmm.
So it's up for the grabs for anybody. Any good team lose any given Sunday, but now we know as it's starting to get crunch time, December are very important games and January. So hopefully teams that we expect to make it to the long run, their injuries, their players, their injuries start coming back, and then we'll get to see who's the real team to beat coming off postseason.
Yes, I agree, but don't forget there is a three-way battle for the number one seed in the NFC with the Eagles, the Lions, and the Vikings. The Lions are 12-1. The Eagles and the Vikings are both 11-2. So
yeah, I don't.
But I'm saying all three teams are
have their moments. They have their moments. They're suspect.
Any team, you know what I'm saying? So I can't be like, this. So
when you look at
sorry, go ahead, Frank.
I would say when you look at the Eagles, they're having internal problems between AJ Brown and the quarterback. And even though they want to say, "Oh, it's all good," this was around the same time last year they were having issues again. And it came to the passing game. The receivers not being happy with the play call, not feeling that Hurts isn't making the right decision. And let's be honest, if it wasn't for Saquon Barkley, where would this team be at? You know what I'm saying? So
but
the
it's
Lions,
been like that for years.
Yeah. If
you
you look
can
at
put
the Lions,
one team back, one player back.
If you look at the Lions, well, what happens is they do struggle because their real wide receiver they have is Amon St. Brown. They do have Sonic and Knuckle over there with Montgomery and Gibbs. But, this days, Goff has his moments, and they took a lot of hits on defense. Losing Hutchinson, they've lost over 7 players on defense that made the defense strong. So, and then the Vikings, they have good games, but it really depends on the defense showing up, and is Darnold going to play good?
Way they played against the Atlanta Falcons, they shouldn't have an issue because they put belt to ass in the second half on the fucking Atlanta Falcons. They
Yeah,
had
very,
their
very good.
defenders running different routes.
I mean, to me, it's just like, I mean, it's. I agree. There's a three-way tie, and like I agree with Nikki that we can all argue one team differently and point out something that is not solid with them. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
As far as as far as the whole scope of the team, like are they playing good football right now? And you're right, Nikki. The second half of the season, November, December timeframe is when you need to start. It's a whole new season for these teams because they know this is what you got to do is getting it on a long run. Uh, the stretch right now that you build the momentum, kind of like the Steelers are doing, they're playing well. So if you can carry the momentum going into the postseason, it can go a long way than you trying to catch that at the postseason.
Hmm.
So I think you're good on that.
Okay, so now we can go to news. What do you want to talk about first? I would say that even though it's college, it still interferes with the NFL because Coach Belichick is now the head coach of the UNC football Tar Heels team. So
Mhm.
congratulations to Coach Bill Belichick. Frank is going to start watching UNC football
I,
next season.
honestly, you know what? I'm happy for him. I think it's a good look for Bill to go to college and coach. I think look what Harbaugh did. Pete Carroll did it. A lot of head coaches left NFL, went back to college. I think it's a good way to recenter yourself and get to
And
know the players. Yeah,
player.
and to get to know the players because what happened was, Belichick's been coaching since I think the 60s and 70s, bro. This dude's been in football for a long, long time. And it's one of those things where times change and sometimes we need to reset, uh, uh, be around the young people and learn how to talk to them and mold them. But he also said that he wasn't happy with the state of football and how it is right now. So that's why he went back to he decided to go to college. I also feel as a
College
place
is
for his son,
a lot more now too.
but
So
I feel like his son though, I think because remember in the contract, so first off, he can leave before a
he
certain
has,
time.
mhm.
Yeah. And then
And
he
he has.
also Yeah, he also put in place that his son is to take over when he leaves. You know what I'm saying? So,
Mhm.
um, we don't know why he did it. I know what he said or what I've read. He said was that he wasn't happy with the state of the NFL, so he decided to go to college.
I know
Well, let's
why
see
he
what
said
happens.
it too. He also said the reason why he went is because his first words as a baby was beat Duke. So
I'm happy for him. I just, again, I don't. You know how you see people when they say people are sick and they're like, their last leg, you should go see him. And some people don't because they want to see him. They want to remember them how they used to see him and not what they were or when you last saw him. I remember him being a coach of a dynasty. And for 20 plus years, we reigned supreme on the NFL. And now it's hard to see him struggling because, it's like seeing your somebody you look up to struggle. You don't want to see it. So, but I'm happy for him. I wish him the best. I hope it works out. Um, I'm interested to see how he does it, but I might maybe catch a game or two, maybe. I don't know. That's next year. We don't know what I'm gonna be doing next year. So I just
so the
yeah.
term salary for
My
his
bad.
5 years, a 5-year deal through 2029, a $1 million base salary plus $9 million in supplemental income. The first 3 years of base salary and supplemental income are guaranteed income, and the contracts 4 and 5 years are not guaranteed.
Mhm.
Up to 3.5, these are his bonuses, up to 3.5 million per year as follows. In a regular season, win 8 games, 150,000, win nine, 200,000, win 10, 250,000, 11 games, 300,000, 12 games, 350,000, conference championship, appearance, $200,000 if they win, $300,000, and then post season bonuses. So, like, let's say they make it to the college football playoffs as a participant, $750,000. If they make it to any bowl game, $150,000. If they make it to an elite bowl appearance, like they're not college playoffs, but they go to an elite bowl game, kind of like FSU and Georgia last year, the Orange Bowl. They get he gets $350,000. If he is a quarterfinal appearance in the college football playoffs, $1 million.
Mhm.
Semifinal, $1.250 million. Championship game appearance, 1,500,000, and then a champion, $1,750,000. Now, if he's in the top 25, an additional $250,000. Top five, $500,000. So that's a lot of money.
He
That is a
got
lot.
money already. You know what I'm saying?
I
He got
heard.
money already.
Look, Frank. I heard Bill likes them young. So
Yeah.
hey,
Well, clearly he does. Look at what he's you know
hey.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, so big shout out to Bill. It's gonna be so crazy, especially this summer. I know you guys don't really follow it, but I would if I was you guys, because a lot of star players on these college teams are gonna enter the transfer portal. So now that Bill Belichick is going to UNC, even though they weren't a top 25 team and they're not in a big network or a big conference like SEC, ACC, Big Ten. They're in the FBS, but a lot of players are going to want to learn from Bill Belichick,
Yeah.
going to Georgia with Kirby Smart, or going to Texas, etc. If I was the Mannings, especially because they're thinking about keeping Quinn Ewers in Texas, I would have Archer go over to
Hmm.
UNC, you know? Um,
I like that, Bree. And you never know. Listen, Bill's a very smart guy. He did the Manning cast. He was on Inside NFL.
mhm,
I think he went on the McAfee show a little bit. He did the
mhm,
podcast that Brady was doing on. I forgot the title of it, but he was on a lot of different things. And listen, he's not stupid. You know what I'm saying? The
he's
guy
not.
knows football,
I
and he
told I
probably.
was the first person to say that. He knows football.
I've been said it, Bree. You only said it because he gave credit to your team.
No, I said it. I told you why I said it. You put words in my
Because
mouth.
no, Bree, you never shared. Listen, you shared it, and so you can't share the clip of Belichick saying that your team is playing complimentary football, and then after in all caps, he knows football.
I
Hey,
didn't put
girl,
on all caps. So, Nikki, is this putting words in mouth? All I wrote was he knows football, period. Frank goes, oh, Bree, you said he knows football because he's talking about the Steelers and the Steelers is the best team in the world. That sentence come out of my mouth? No, it came out of Frank's mouth. Don't forget, Frank, you said fuck the Ravens, go Steelers. So
I'm not gonna forget what I said. Listen, I stand what I said. Steelers are really proving that they're going into the postseason strong, and you can't deny that. Anybody can say what they want to say. The defense is playing top notch. Um, Russell's not giving the game away, so you can be, this thing. The only concern that I would say is when Pickens is not in the game, the offense looks very shaky, but your defense is playing great, and as long as y'all keep making the plays that matter when it matters, you know y'all should be okay. And your special teams is playing great. That's the other thing about it. Y'all blocking punts,
Coach
blocking
Danny
field
Smith,
goals. You know
Coach
what I'm
Danny,
saying? Y'all doing a lot of different things. So, um, the like I said earlier, when Nikki fell off, your team is going in the right direction at the right time. And like you said, like Nikki said, there's any team up for grab any given Sunday. The AFC is not the strongest.
it's a
You know,
three-way tie for the number one seed in the
when
AFC
we
too.
look at the Chiefs, and I asked this on the play call, and I know what Pete said, and I get it, but yo, how many games can you get lucky, and how long can you sustain
Because
winning
they
that
got
way?
lucky the last two games, the one against the Raiders where they changed the penalty in favor of the Chiefs
Hmm.
when it was a false start penalty, but they changed it.
Hmm.
And then also they said that the ball was recovered before the flag came out. If you rewind back, no, it wasn't.
Well, that's what I'm saying, but
Mm-hmm.
nobody calls them out. No, nobody's calling out the NFL, and this is
But
something I
that
the
clip,
the.
oh sorry, that
Mhm.
clip too I sent on Thursday. They had Derwin James mic'd up, and um he
But
was
Kelsey.
guarding Kelsey, and he was like, "Ref, he pushed off, like he's not
Hmm.
allowed to do that." And Kelsey was like, "You know my style, you know my game, like cocky,
No,
like
he admitted it. He said I
yeah."
pushed off. He said you pushed
Mhm.
off. He said I did.
He said, "I
Yeah,
did.
but
You know my game. You know my game."
yeah,
And
but that's
he's
the thing.
serious,
But
like
but But you see, every team before a game starts, they talk with the refs, and they're supposed to tell refs concerns of the other team, right? So holding should be a concern. because they can't protect Mahomes, and and that's where I feel your team has the upper hand. Um, all these little things that we're catching should be brought up, but the NFL is not going to do nothing because the Chiefs are the team right now, and guess what? They don't want to affect the brand, the shield, and what's bringing money in.
This
So
is the field that's going to stop them.
they're the only ones that need to. I mean, honestly, because and I'm only saying that because your defense is actually that good. If your defense was struggling, then I would say, oh, you have the most takeaways in the league. I think
Mm-hmm.
the second team behind you is the Bills. You know what I'm saying? So when you look at it, you know when it comes, like I said, tail of the tapes. When we look at tail of the tapes, yeah, we can point out certain things, but we can't deny the fact that the Chiefs can't protect Mahomes. He's been getting hit. And as long as y'all defense, that front three, four, five that y'all got can get to him, it's gonna be a long day on Christmas Day. I'm gonna have my popcorn ready. I'm gonna look for it. I'm gonna look for it.
Okie dokie. Now the most controversy topic, and my uncle Ryan Clark ate this man to filth, and I love it. Um, 49ers are moving on from linebacker Devondre Campbell after Coach Kyle Shanahan said after he refused to go back into the game on Thursday night upon being out of the starting lineup, he walked out and went to the locker room in the third quarter. So they let him go. And I feel like what Ryan Clark said, I watched it yesterday. Ryan Clark said he shouldn't even play football ever again, because you're upset because you weren't in the starting lineup, right? Over another linebacker was over you, that you're like, nah, I'm not playing, and you walk out. No other team is going to want that type of energy on their team. So if you try to go to the Dolphins, try to go to the Raiders, trying to go to the Giants, no one's going to want that type of energy, that negative energy that you bring to the team. Because what if I decide, hey, you're not starting, I'm going to let this guy start, and you get an attitude and you walk out? Like,
So Acho said something similar, and Acho called him I forgot what he called him, but Acho went in on him. He did go in on him, and I felt he was very strong what he said. And what he said, I point out, he said you was a placeholder. You was never the starter. You was only starting because the people before you were hurt. When they're back, why do you think you're going to start? Look, I'm big, and we are all. I served. You guys are currently serving, so we look at this. It's more personal for us, right? Because when somebody drops out because they just choose to drop out and not participate and not do something, it affects everybody. Because now somebody has to pick up that slack. That team's already hurting and they're struggling. They're already fighting an uphill battle, try to stay consistent and relevant to for a wild card spot, or even win the division. Because, like we said, nobody's it's so many teams are not even locked in yet. It's up for grabs. And when you have a player just back out and walk out, when you have Fred Warner playing on a broken ankle,
ankle
whatever
for,
he's
for 10 weeks.
yeah, a broken ankle for 10 weeks. Shout out to my Panamanian, my fellow Hispanic brother. I'm Puerto Rican, but he's Panamanian. Shout out, Papi, you know what I'm saying? But because that's that Hispanic blood. But anyways, to play on a broken ankle for 10 weeks and still go out there and give it your all. I think Kittle has torn ligaments that are holding on by like with a thread. That's what Acho said. You have so many people playing, and then you choose not to go back in the game because your feelings hurts. Well, get the fuck out of here, bro. Grab your shit and get the hell out. And you're right, no team should sign him. But what's gonna happen is that somebody's desperate is gonna take him. Just like the Cleveland Browns signed Deshaun Watson at 230 guaranteed because they were desperate. Somebody's going to take him and give him a little contract because they think they need him. But I agree with them. He shouldn't be playing. That was messed up. You left your brothers out there to die in the trenches, not, literally,
Mm-hmm.
but, out there playing football. We've seen somebody die in the field before. But anyways, you know, you out there, you left somebody, you let your team out there to drive by themselves. They should have changed him bad. You know that the guy from Hard Knocks for the Jets when he tries to get in, he's like, I guess they
Yeah,
cut me.
there was memes about that, about Debo Samuel and stuff. One thing that's funny is they had like the video of the guy like looking around like happy, and it was like Debo
Hmm.
Samuel's after Devondre Campbell took the heat off of him being washed. And it was like Debo Samuel, like, thank God, you know.
You sure?
Um, but ooh, hold on. Emmanuel Alcho, I just went to his Twitter. He said when he found out about about Devondre Campbell's quitting. He goes, the things I'm about to say on the facility tomorrow morning may get me fired, but it will be worth it. I didn't really watch the clip yet, but he says, I had a complete meltdown talking about the Niners on live TV today. And then he came back and he said, I had to sound off on Devondre Campbell. I said this on behalf of every 49ers player and fan, but I apologize for yelling and talking the way I did. So he must have been pissed because he tweeted that he apologized for how he delivered the message on the show. So that's that. Trying to see what other big news came out. Hollywood Brown got cleared to start practicing. So that's another weapon. He has now, the Chiefs have now opened a practice window for Hollywood Brown and Harrison Butker, their kicker.
And Nikki, what you think about it?
My bad, y'all. My phone overheated, so it just shut down. Uh, yeah, I think. Sorry to go back to dude, cut him and nobody else will pick him up. But Frank said what is going to happen? Somebody's going to need, somebody's going to need another player, and he's going to find grace, and then they're going to get him. But it was up to me. Bleep word. Mm-mm. You got to have some kind of form of loyalty, and obviously he doesn't exhibit that. So why even, because the thing about it is this, he get mad at you for whatever you do next time, and then he do it to you when you really need somebody. You get what I'm saying? Nah. Mm-mm. You got to have some loyalty to something or somebody. And obviously he doesn't exhibit that. Fuck him. And fuck him big. I won't even apologize. Oh, sorry.
As far as Hollywood Brown starting to practice, this is typical Chief story. Like, think about it. They're about to
I'll be
get one of
right
their
back.
main, okay, they're about to get one of their main weapons right back in time to get them ready for the postseason. So when you look at it like that and you start thinking about it, now you're going to get Hollywood Brown back. You got DeAndre Hopkins. Pacheco's running the ball. This is going to fall in line for exactly what the Chiefs want going into the postseason is to get these weapons back. So hopefully, Bree, your defense can take him out. And when I say him, Patrick Mahomes on Christmas because
Hey,
he's
we have TJ Watt, Alex Highsmith, Baby Herbig, and Cam Hayward. They're all on my payroll to break his ankle. So not even his ankle. We need his knee out because we've seen him play on a messed up ankle. I know that's so messed up. I just heard.
yeah, but that she didn't mean that, America. She's just being a fan. That's the fan side of her talking. Bree does not wish bad, ill, or harm to anyone in life. She's a very
No,
good
Brett
person.
allegedly said it.
Well, no, she didn't say it. It was the alter ego of hers when it comes to Steelers and playing football on Sunday. So that's not what we support here on the play call or the Bree Network or offsides. We're not like that. We just, sometimes as fans we get
We
ahead of
love.
ourselves. Yeah.
All right, now we have some pictures. A lot of it is like
Oh,
playoff
Bree, hold
stuff
on.
and all that stuff. And then we also have a fun little game as well with the pictures. Um, so we'll do that first. Hold on, I gotta get the pictures real quick. Um, Damn, I gotta put them in order too. Sheesh.
No, yo lo grabé.
See. Okay, I got it. All right. I'm gonna do my games. Do the games first. That one. That one. That one. That one. Um, that one. No. That one, that one, that one. Okay, I got all the pictures now. All right, let's add. Oh, nope.
Nikki, I do have a question
All right.
for you, right? Uh, how do you feel about y'all winning the game and taking you out of the running for the number one spot for the draft? Are you okay with that? Or do you feel y'all should have lost that game to stay in the one spot and control kind of trade picks, stuff like that. How do you feel about it? I don't think she heard me.
Mm-mm.
All right. Yeah. Well, just go ahead, Bree.
All right, so these are our 2024 Heisman finalists. They announced their winner will be announced today, December 14th. You have quarterback Dylan Gabriel from Oregon. You have wide receiver slash safety Travis Hunter. You have running back Ashton Jeanty from Boise State, and you have quarterback Cam Ward from Miami. So congratulations to all four of these finalists. All four of them had an outstanding, amazing season. You have Dylan Gabriel with 3,558 passing yards or total yards and 28 passing touchdowns. Travis Hunter. So he's a finalist off of his wide receiver stats, not his um or both. I'm sorry, yeah, both. So he had 1,152 receiving yards and then 4 interceptions. Ashton Jeanty, 2,497 rushing yards, 29 rushing touchdowns. And then Cam Ward, quarterback from Miami, 4,123 passing yards and 36 passing touchdowns. Amazing. All four of them. They're going to be great to whatever team picks them up in the league this year. So, all righty. So Heisman finalists throughout the year. So 2024, you have our four little babies right there. So from left to right, you have Dylan, then you have Travis, then you have Ashton, and then you have Cam Ward. All right, 2023. Frank, name these players. They're all in the league right now.
What, Jaden Harrison Jr., Bo Nix, and I don't know the dude to the right.
That's Penix. That's Michael Penix.
Oh, you don't see his face often, because
Yeah.
you don't see his face often. Everybody else you see.
Okay. Who won?
Wasn't Jaden Daniel?
Jaden Daniels was the winner. All right. 2022. Name these players.
Caleb, CJ. I don't know the other two guys.
So you have Caleb Williams, you have CJ Stroud, then you have Max Duncan, and then Stetson Bennett is on the far left. Who won? Oh, he's muted.
Yeah, I don't know who won it. I forgot. Was it Caleb?
Caleb won.
Yeah, it was Caleb. Yeah.
All right. This one you'll know. Okay. Who are the finalists here?
So ain't that Jay Herbo, CJ,
No,
Bryce?
that's not Jay Herbal. Jay Herbal was in the league in 2021.
Oh, who's this guy in the middle? He looks so
There's Aiden
familiar.
Hutchinson, Kenny Pickett,
Yeah. Oh, that's Pickett. Yeah. Okay.
CJ Stroud, and then who's the last one?
Bryce.
Bryce. Who won in 2020?
Wasn't it Bryce?
Yep, Bryce Young won it in
Yeah.
2020.
I knew Hutchinson. I don't know why I thought that was Herbo
All
then.
right, so they didn't have the COVID was 2020, right? But Devontae Smith won it
Yeah.
2020. So who
Oh,
are
that's
these
that's
people?
Burrow, Fields, Hurts, and my man, the defensive guy. I forgot his name.
This is
Oh
Chase
man.
Young. Chase Young.
Yeah, Young. Yeah.
All right, who won it in 2019?
Wasn't it Fields?
No,
Who? Burrow?
Joe Burrow won it in 2019.
So did he won? So he won a natty and the thing.
In the same year.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
It's like, hey, was the last person to do that was Jameis Winston.
yeah.
And
Because they said if he would have won the Super Bowl, he would have been the first player to win a natty and a Super Bowl and the Heisman. Yeah.
They all look the same. They all look the same.
Yeah, to this day, yeah. To this day.
All right. Who are these three?
Tua, Kyler. Who's that in the left? The Haskins?
Dwayne Haskins. Yep.
Oh, he looks so different. He looks so young.
He's a baby. Ohio State,
Yeah, Tua gives it
Oklahoma,
away with all that stuff on his neck. You know what I'm saying?
and
It just
Alabama. Yeah. Who won it in 2018?
wasn't it Kyler Murray?
Kyler, little baby Kyler. Look how little he is. He literally looks like a kid right here, you know?
Yo, he looks like he should be a running back, to be honest with you.
Okay. All right. 2020, what year was that? 2018, 2017.
Oh, that's Baker, Lamar, and I don't know what to do in the middle.
Huh?
I don't know what to do in the middle.
Baker, Lamar Jackson, and then damn, what's his name? Br Bryce something.
Yeah, I don't know. But Lamar won that one, so.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
No,
look at this little
you're
crew
wrong. You're
here.
wrong.
Who won that one?
Baker Mayfield won 2017.
So I thought he won the year before. Okay, so Lamar won the year before.
All right. Who are all of these people?
So Lamar, Baker, and Deshaun Watson, right? I don't know the other two dudes.
You have Dede Westbrooks and Jabril Peppers.
Oh, he got longer hair now. Jabril Pepper. Yeah.
Who won this year?
Lamar won that year, right?
They all look the same.
Yeah. Lamar won that year.
Okay. All right, perfect lineup. $15.
Oh, okay.
Nope, I
Oh.
lied. No money, right? I lied. I forgot why I based off of this season alone, build your perfect lineup based off of their performance this season alone. So I'm gonna go first, right? So mine would be Josh Allen, Saquon Barkley, George Kittle. I know Darren Waller's on here, but he's not playing no more. George Kittle. So Josh Allen, Saquon Barkley, just said George Pickles, George Kittle, AJ Brown, and Justin Jefferson.
All right, I'm gonna give you mine in a minute. I'm gonna give you mine in a minute, girl. Just give me a second, girl. Give me a second, okay? Because I'm about to do this.
No money limit.
Yeah, I know. I'm just so Burrow. I'm gonna go Burrow, Barkley, Kittle, Brown, and Chase. You know, Nikki's going all Jags players, so she's going Lawrence, Ingram, and then that's it.
And we can't hear you.
We can't hear you. You're not connected because you're not muted.
And she's frozen. No, we can't hear you. Move on. All right, better quarterback era. You have Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, Big Ben. Or Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Jared Goff. I'm going.
We're going the first round, the first top tier.
I have to. Like, that's what I grew up on. Like, I have to, you know? They paved the way for the babies at the bottom.
I think that was a better era, honestly. Look, in that era, Big Ben won 2 rings, Rodgers won 1, Brady won 1,000, Peyton won 2, and Breeze won 1. If you look at the bottom era,
only Patrick Mahomes has a ring.
Yeah, and there's no competition. Like, I mean, I don't like going back to
Pickford would pick.
Pickford. Oh, he's going with Mahomes. You know,
no, Pickford would pick the top era.
No, he wouldn't. Why?
Yeah. Because we like grew up on this, you know. This is what Pickford would say. This is exactly what Pickford would say. I know my friend. This is what he'll say. Swap Brady and Mahomes and give me the top.
But like I tell people, and we've had this conversation, even on the play call, we've had it. When you look at this era of the top era, yeah, Brady won the most rings, but they all stole a ring at one point or another from him. You see what I'm saying? You don't even have Eli up there, who has 2. You know what I mean? So it's like, so when you look at that era, if Philip Rivers never won one, but Philip Rivers was a good quarterback in that time frame. You know what I'm saying? So when you look at it, you have so much competition that's not even funny, man. I mean,
Mhm.
yeah, I
All
don't
right,
know.
most turnovers forced by a team. We already discussed this, but Steelers are number one. Ranked for number two are the Bills and the Vikings, and then rank for number three, four, and five, or four, five, and six are the Texans, the Green Bay Packers, and the Lions.
How the Texans got tied for two when they got 24, just like the Bills and the Vikings?
Oh, oh, because so. Oh, I'm at rank four. They're ranked number four because you have tied for number two, Vikings and the Bills. So one of them is third, and because you can't have two.
Oh, okay. I mean, this is to me, we already knew the Bills and the Steelers, but to see the Texans just scored 24, that's kind of really like under the radar because nobody talks about their defense like that.
Because
So
everyone's
that's
been
crazy.
the sophomore slump of CJ Stroud. All right, the AFC playoff current NFL playoff picture: AFC, Kansas City, Buffalo Bills, Pittsburgh Steelers, Houston Texans, Baltimore Ravens, LA Chargers, and then Denver Broncos. And then for the NFC, you have the Detroit Lions, the Philadelphia Eagles, the Seattle Seahawks, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Minnesota Vikings, Green Bay, and in Washington.
Yeah, I like this right here, but I want the Chiefs moved out. But then again, we seen them go on the road and win. So I mean, damn it. Um,
I feel like a lot of these AFC teams are a lot stronger with the Chiefs declining to beat them.
yeah. I mean, any one of these teams could have beat them.
Mhm.
We've seen it. We except your team, they haven't played yet, and the Bills did beat them. But
Chargers almost
Raven,
beat them. The Ravens almost beat them. The Broncos
yeah.
beat them.
So
Texans
it's a
played them yet.
to me, it's one of those things where you just gotta whatever team plays them, they can't just let up. They gotta keep putting points up and take whatever's given. On the NFC side of the house, I don't have faith in many of those teams, but I definitely believe in the Lions, Eagles, and honestly, I have more belief in the Lions than any of those other teams, to be honest.
All right, every team's win percentage against teams with winning records. So you have the Lions and Steelers. Well, the Lions are now because that the this was like last week. I saved this, but now that the Buccaneers have a winning record, the Steelers are the only teams that's beating teams with a winning record.
I mean, good, good. I mean, it's some of these teams that like when you look at what you gotta look at the ones that have a good record and have less percentage here. Make sense? So like Texans 25%. Like if you look at the Lions, Steelers, Chiefs, Eagles, Ravens, Vikings, and Bills are teams that we're
The
talking should be in the pit.
Seahawks, anything over 60%.
But
Anything
those
over
are teams.
anything over 50.
But what I'm saying is those teams have winning records and they're beating teams with winning records.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm trying to do is find a team that has a winning record but can't beat the teams with a winning record, if that makes
The
sense.
Commanders, the
You know what I'm saying?
Chargers, the Texans,
Which is going to
um,
come play a part when you get into this
the
postseason. You know what I'm saying?
Bucks, the Packers,
That's going to say a lot too.
teams that can be eliminated this week. The Panthers, the Cowboys, the Bears, and the Bengals.
Yeah, I think my boy Joe Burrow gonna be home. I don't know who they play this week, but they
Well,
I think if the Cowboys would have had Dak Prescott in there and I think they could have beat him. It was a sloppy game and
mhm.
this thing.
Okay.
Oh shit.
So y'all said I was tripping when I called him the Vanilla
Oh,
Vic.
hold on. I gotta get something. I'll be right back.
Okay.
I'm back, Bree. Go ahead.
And this tweet said, y'all said I was tripping when I called him the Vanilla Vic. So most yards per carry among all quarterbacks since 2000. Drake May this season 9.1. Michael Vick in 2013 8.5. Michael Vick in 2006 8.4. Kyler Murray this season 7.9. Michael Vick in 2011 7.8. And Michael Vick in 2004 7.5. I saw a tweet
9.1.
earlier. I saw a tweet earlier that he has more rushing yards than Lamar Jackson and played less games. He's putting a team on his back.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So now we're going to do this. So you're going to go with yours, right? So kind of like it's our version of the NFL honors. So we're each going to say our most valuable coach of the year, biggest fallout, comeback player, offensive player, defensive player, underrated player, overrated player, hated player, dirtiest player, defensive rookie, and offensive rookie. And that's the last picture. Or we got one more after this. So we'll start with the bottom up because I feel like it'll be easier going back to up. So my offensive rookie of the year, me personally, I'm gonna have to go with, and then these are our own picks. So it doesn't matter about stats, is who we think. Okay. So it's Frank's picks. Is Frank's honors, Bree's honors, Nikki's honors, Nikki's if you're still there. So it's our players, our picks, okay? So my offensive rookie of the year would be Drake May. Frank?
So, um, so you got Drake. I probably Jaden Daniels.
Okay. Nikki, are you still there? All right. Defensive rookie of the year. My defensive rookie of the year is going to go to Jared Verse, my FSU boy.
Who you playing on?
The Rams. The
The
one
Rams.
that's like the one that's favored to win this year.
What are the other rookies?
You have for defensive rookies, you have Beanie Bishop on the Steelers.
Mhm.
You have Quinion Mitchell on the Eagles. You have Braden Fisk on the Rams. Damn, I think those are like
We'll go Mitchell for the Eagles.
Quinion.
Yeah.
Dirtiest player.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't know. Who you got?
Patrick Mahomes. Because he gets away with everything and he don't wash his underwear before game. So those two types of dirty.
No, I'm not going. You know what? I'll give it to old boy who just got suspended for the Texans.
What's his name?
Shahir. Um, I don't think he's a dirty player, but he just got suspended, and I don't know anybody else, so I'm gonna go with him. It's not like back in the day where you had Bontes, Burfict, whatever his name is.
Burfict.
Yeah, you'd be like, oh him every time. Oh him, yeah, but or even to Akeem to leave, I would throw in there, but I think he's a little dirty.
Most
But
hated player.
most hated player, oh man. I
I'm
have one. I can't think of his name. Who you got?
mine's is a different spin. Not that I hate this player, but the organization. Like this most hated player on the organization, and to me is George Pickens.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, refs hate him. The league hates him. You know, the press hates. Like they always find something negative to say about George Pickens. He can do the first down mark, and he gets a penalty, but Josh Allen and Mahomes can do it and not get a penalty. So that's why I say I think he's the most hated player. They just don't want to see my son be great.
So you saying I don't know if I would go with Pickens because I think a lot of stuff he does is brought onto himself.
And he likes to beat people up, and they hate that about him. Like, make football dirty again, you know? Like,
Um, our dirtiest
So
player. I
that's
don't know.
fine because I feel like the the people up top, like they just don't want to see him be great.
I don't think that. But I think he's an idiot for the shit he does.
I love
Um,
crash out. Make
dirtiest
crash
player. Oh,
out.
hated. You said hated player? Um,
My personal one will be Nick Bosa.
yeah, but that's for political
Other
reasons.
reasons, yeah.
Hated player. You know what? I'll go Miles Garrett. I think they hate on Miles because he plays for the Browns.
No,
I think that if he
I
was
get
somewhere
on my
else,
because of the slick shit that comes out his mouth. Like saying like, "Oh, TJ Watt didn't post that."
Nobody
Congratulations.
cares. Only you care because you're a Steelers fan and that's like your
Yeah,
son.
but not only Steelers fans are like said anything about it. For you to say that this man need to walk up to me and apologize to me for not publicly
Bree,
graduating.
semantics, girl. You want your boy to be the dirtiest player and bring dirty back in. But a person talks shit and it's bad. Get out of here, girl. Sit down. Next one. Overrated player. Let's go.
Most overrated player, Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, this season, yes. I would say Patrick Mahomes this season. Yes. 100%.
Mm-hmm. Most
Underrated.
underrated player, Sam Darnold.
Um,
Nope, I'm like Justin Herbert's not getting talked about enough. With
uh,
with no weapons, he has two weapons, and look what he's doing. He's not getting talked about a lot.
so I don't know if he's underrated.
Okay, let's see.
Let's see. I'm trying to think about who out there doing their thing and just not.
Max
You know,
Crosby.
no, he's not underrated. If he's on
Okay,
a starry team, people know he's a force to be reckoned with. Um, I guess you go Sam Darnold. I think
yeah.
he still hasn't. Some people are still not believing in him. So
Oh, I got a good one. Probably their best wide receiver on the team, Romeo Doubs on the Green Bay Packers.
hmm
Very underrated, very talented wide receiver.
yeah.
All right, defensive player.
Oh, I'm gonna go with my boy, my
Christian
future
Gonzalez.
son-in-law, Christian Gonzalez. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm gonna
My
go with.
mine would be um I don't want to go TJ because I go TJ every year. I'm gonna go to the person he took under his wing, the one he's grooming to become great, and who has been playing outstanding and amazing, and that is going to be Nick Herbig. I think he's been a pivotal part of our defense. Um, Lots of strip sack fumbles, tied with TJ for the most forced fumbles in the season. Him and TJ are tied with 5 total for a player, and they're ranked tied one. So I would say Nick Herbig, offensive player.
Um, I'm gonna go Jamar Chase, yo. I think that because they're losing, nobody gives credit to what he's doing as a wide receiver. His numbers are up there. A lot of people are focused on Saquon and Derrick Henry, but I tell you what, I'm gonna change that to Saquon Barkley. I'm gonna go Saquon on that one. I'm gonna go Saquon on that one.
So my offensive player, not a Steelers, okay. Um, I'm going to say Josh Allen. I think Josh Allen.
Offensive player?
Mhm. I think
Okay.
he is. You know what he reminds me of? 2000s Big Ben.
Hmm.
So, and I love that. I love seeing like a replica of Benjamin Todd Roethlisberger, reincarnated. And I think Josh Allen is Big Ben reincarnated this season, just by style of play. Not saying he looks like him. He's built like him, but
Hmm.
comeback player, Russell Wilson.
Um, who's the candidate?
No, these are our own.
Oh,
Not based off of what they have. These are our own because a
yeah,
candidate
yeah.
for NFL honors is Damar Hamlin for like the third year in a
No,
row.
no, ain't no
My
reason for him to even
so
be mentioned.
I would say I have like a top three, and my top three is Russell Wilson, Sam Darnold, and um hold on, let me look at my wall. I know his name.
Comeback player, man. I think
Bryce Young, comeback player. That's mine.
I guess you can do that. I can't think of nobody right now.
The biggest fall off, Eli Apple.
He been fell off, girl. Um,
They started he's on a roster right now.
yeah, because there's a
No. I got the
limitation.
perfect one. The biggest fall off. I got the perfect one because of last week's game. Kadarius Toney. He fell off.
Facts. I'll take that. I'll eat that. Pause. I'll do that.
All right, coach of the year.
Oh, that's tough for me. That's tough for me because I don't remember the last time I ever saw the damn Lions being 12-1 and running the NFC in my entire life living. I don't think I recall ever seeing that. So to me, that I would go Dan Campbell for coach of the year. But you have a lot of people up there that could be coach of the year, to be honest. So, but I
I
think Dan
have
for me, Dan Campbell.
Michael Petway Tomlin is mine. Born March 15th.
Bree, why would he get coach of the year when he's never had a losing season? So this is expected from him. He's not doing anything that's gonna say,
Okay.
"Oh my God, look at the Steelers."
Okay. No. Okay.
Stop being a homer. Be
No,
fair.
okay, and I'm gonna be dead ass serious.
Okay, go
Coach
ahead.
Michael Petway Tomlin, okay, never had a losing season to make
Okay.
him coach of the year, right? Picked up a after the last 3 years of not having Big Ben, picked up a washed Russell Wilson and a
Hmm.
washed Justin Fields to allow the team to get back to where we were. We haven't won the division since 2020. We're on track to win the division again, you know? Just the way he talks to the players, the way his ethics go, the way he is, and especially with Hard Knocks coming up this season and seeing how he is with his players. I don't know if you watched episode 2. Did you watch
No,
episode 2? So if you watch
I started
episode
to. I
2,
turned it off. I couldn't get into it.
why it was so good, especially the Jameis Winston, like learning about him and his kids and
I'm
his back.
just like I told you. For you, it's better because that's your division. For
No, but
me,
they barely showed the Steelers. They showed more
no.
about
You got to let me finish talking, girl. You can't. You
okay.
like your brother. Y'all don't listen. It's even if they don't show the Steelers, it's still your division. It's still an interest to you. You know what I'm saying? And let's be honest, you're a homer. Even if they show the Steelers one time, you're over there jumping for joy. And we're recording, so I'm not going to say what I want to say. But I'm very disappointed how the North played this year, and it took away from the enthusiasm. When we recorded this summer, we all thought the North was going to be more competitive. We thought it was going to be the best division in football, and
I
it
think
turned out not to. So
I
it's very
think
disappointing.
watch it. I think you should watch it. Based off of my favorite part of the episode was towards the end. They did the Monday Night Football for the
Mhm.
Bengals and the Cowboys, and prior to that, Jamar Chase met with Little Bricks, the little boy with cancer. And they had great interaction prior to the game at like the hotel and all this stuff and talking. And then they showed Bricks at the game, and after Jamar scored, they panned the camera on Bricks. It was just so beautiful. It's gonna make you cry. So, I think you should watch episode 2 if you have a chance to. So, but yeah, that's mine. My runner-up for Coach of the Year is Kevin O'Connell. I think after losing Kirk Cousins, someone that was developed already in that system, and picking up Sam Darnold, who, again, it's kind of like the same thing with Coach Tomlin like a washed quarterback, putting him in a system, developing him to make that system get back to where it used to be. So, but I think all three of those, Dan Campbell, Mike Tomlin, Kevin O'Connell, are all three are great candidates for Coach of the Year. And I would be very happy if any of those three won. But those are my top three. But my number one pick for personal reasons, like that's kinfolk, that's my blood, Mike Tomlin. And then most valuable player. Who is your MVP? Don't worry about who the finalists are.
Oh, it's Joe Burrow. It's Joe Burrow. Hands down. It's Joe Burrow. He's thrown for more yards, got more touchdowns. The dude's playing outstanding, and his team is still losing. It doesn't, and it goes back to what Herbo did last year, with scoring 30 plus points in games, and his team's giving up 30 plus whatever, one more point than another team. You know what I'm saying? Scored. So, um, I go Burrow for me. Um, the numbers are there. Jamar Chase is having a hell of a season too. So the proof's in the pudding. You can go Saquon. You can go. Yeah, you can go Josh Allen if you want. The way he's playing, but I would go Burrow.
My most valuable player is a completely different term. Where my most valuable player is that this player, regardless of the record of the team, this person to me is the most valuable player to me this season based off of the 180 that this team did once this player came into the game. And that person to me would be Drake May. And the reason why I say Drake May is because even your stats was better, passing yards, touchdowns, rushing yards, when Drake May got into the game and actually whether y'all won or lost, you could see a whole different 180 of the team. You could see the defense playing a lot harder and stuff, You had the guy saying, like, we'll run through a brick wall for Drake May, So I feel like he's a most valuable player. He's the definition of a most valuable player. Because without him, let's say the Patriots wouldn't have drafted him or wouldn't have started it, y'all probably wouldn't have won 4 games, Maybe that one
Yeah.
game, the Bengals, was probably going to be our only win under Jacoby Brissett. But you may never know. But Drake May came and it just changed the whole aspect of the team. Regardless if y'all won or lost, hell, I'm not even going to say won or lost. Regardless if y'all lost a game, you didn't hear anything about, the Patriots sucked. You heard about, even though the Patriots lost, Drake May had an outstanding game, threw for 275 yards,
hmm
2 passing touchdowns. The defense had 2 takeaways. It came down to a fucking field goal. And that's why I say that.
No, I like your pick. I'm not gonna pick Drake May. I'm gonna go with Joe Burrow.
I know
But
you're big Drake. I said that's mine. Like
yeah,
mine.
no. And the reason even if I thought he was doing that good, I wouldn't pick him. To be
I
honest.
know because he's a baby. He's a rookie. I know. But
No,
for
because
this,
he's my team player. That's why.
oh.
I only
But
went Christian Gonzalez because honestly, I didn't have any other defensive player to pick. Because if you would have asked me defensive player of the year, naturally you think about TJ, you think about Miles Garrett, you might think about the consistent player that you always hear about. I went with Christian because I think what he's done on a losing team is amazing. But you could have easily went Keon Mitchell as far as I went, oh yeah, for defensive player, I could have said Mitchell for that one too. We could have said actually Hendrickson from the Bengals, who's having a great year. He's not talked about because they're not winning. But I think he's the leading sacks. So you can have a lot of different players. I could have went either one of those, but I probably would never really pick one of my own teammates, especially now with the way the team is playing. But I like to mix it up a little bit, you know?
look at Drake May's hoodie. It says the future.
I like it. I like the young man. I think that um they did the right thing to give him time to develop, but I feel like they didn't have the right quarterback in place for him to follow and develop under.
Mhm.
Um, I supported it because what else are you gonna do? But and Jacoby said I felt that maybe if he had more time as a starter initially in the beginning of his career, he could have probably been better. But again, look at the weapons we've had. Um, another thing is they have film on Brissett. They have none on May. And he's a big body quarterback. You know what I'm saying? He's not a little quarterback. And I would like to see next year what unfolds, especially if we go out and get a veteran wide receiver who still has some good legs under him and that can help our quarterbacks um not quarterbacks, help our wide receivers get better. You know what I mean?
Mhm. So top three, NFL mock draft. It has top 10 picks, but I'm gonna do the top three picks. New York has the number one pick. Shador Sanders, Cam Ward for Vikings, and Travis Hunter for Patriots.
That'd be nice.
All right, just Ravens and Justin Tucker. This was 22 points lost by and 5 losses combined. So they lost by a total of 22 points and then 22 points of missed kicks in the last 5 losses. So they lost by 22 points and he's missed 22 points.
That says a lot, right? There's some games what's one though they lost by like 7 or something like that or 6, and he missed 7 points total, 2 field goals and 1
The
extra point.
Eagles.
Yeah, if he would have kicked those 2, he would have been good. They would have won. I
But it's
think
funny.
he gets a pass because of his past. So he gets a pass because of his past. And I just think sometimes you have to realize that maybe a player is not the same no more, even kickers. Maybe he's in a slump. Maybe he got stuff going on. We don't know. But 22 points in your lost team, 5 losses combined, 22 points.
But it's funny because remember when they played the Steelers and he blamed the field
Mm-hmm.
on missing kicks. And in the last 2 games, he continuously missed kicks. So it's like.
It's not the field, bro. It's you. It's you.
All right, last picture. So if you had to pick between Ashton Genty and Travis Hunter for Heisman, I say split the award in half and give them both it. It's hard. Like
Nah,
you can't.
I ain't doing that. I already told you how I feel.
I know, but
Two-way
you love
player.
Colorado, but yes, I know. But you also am a fan. You also are a fan of Colorado, and that's like really the only college team you've followed.
Well, no, I respect the player that plays 2 ways. How many touchdowns he has on the season?
11.
And 4 picks as a defender. It has over 1,000 yards as a receiver. We don't even know how many yards he prevented on the defensive side from catching the ball. They don't even throw to him. It's like they avoid him. That says something. You know what I'm saying? A running back, that's great. And you know what? 2,400 yards in college, amazing. Because you come into the NFL and do the same thing. There ain't that many 2,000-yard rushes these days. Think about it. We celebrate hitting 1,000 yards, like, oh wow, but that was normal back in the day.
With 29 touchdowns.
Yeah. So
I
I'm
mean,
just saying,
I guess you could say he's a two-way player too because he has over 200 receiving yards and 2 receiving touchdowns. So
I've never even heard this kid until you mentioned him.
Ashton Genty, yeah, he's plays
Yeah,
for.
I didn't. I
He's
watch different shows. They don't even mention him at all.
oh, they mention him a lot. He was I think they're filming him for The Pivot. He was just on what show was
Well,
he on? What I
the
love
Pivot's
about
gonna
him.
film all the guys that are having the Heisman's.
So let me tell you what I love about Ashton Genty um and this right here like really was like this is a good kid. Yesterday, all the Heisman finalists were in New York City for the awards show today. You had Dylan, Cam Ward, and you had Travis Hunter wearing super nice designer clothes. They all took pictures together, right? They have on the nicest designer clothes, gold watch, beautiful shoes, yada, yada, yada. Guess what Ashton Genty wore?
What, a sweatsuit?
He wore his Boise State hoodie and Boise State like warm-up pants, right? So they asked him, they said, like, you got all your fight. You said you have all the nominees rocking designer. You came with this on, like, he started laughing. He was like, I wore this because I wouldn't be here without Boise State.
That's fair.
I love that.
I mean, it's fair.
It was like, and he was like, without the team, like, I wouldn't be where I am. And I definitely love that so much. And it just shows, like he's a team player. Hold on, let me show you. Look, this is what they wore.
Yeah, you showed it earlier, remember?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, now we got picks and we're done. We're at 57 minutes, so I've been timing it, so because we started a little bit late, yeah. All right, so we already got Thursday's games. Rams won. All right, so on Sunday, December 15th, you have the Ravens at Giants. I'm going Ravens.
Yeah, Ravens.
They don't have Daniel Jones no more, so they're probably not gonna win.
Yeah.
Jets at Jaguars. I'm going Jets.
Uh, yeah, I'm going Jets.
Cowboys at Panthers. Panthers for the first time is favored to win this game.
I was actually gonna pick Panthers, man.
I'm
I
going
think they're
Panthers.
due for a win. I think they'll pull it out.
Commanders at Saints. This is gonna be a good one.
Ooh.
I'm
I'm
going
gonna go
Command.
Commanders.
Bengals at Titans.
Ooh, I'm going Bengals.
I'm gonna go Bengals too. I spelled Bengals so wrong. I put Bengals. I put Bengles.
Bears.
That's
Only
just
you
right.
saw it.
Chiefs at Browns. I want the
I'm going
Browns.
Chiefs.
Stomp them so bad.
The Chiefs only fair about 4.5 points. If the
I
Browns
know.
go in there and just play right, they can be okay.
I'm gonna have a nice conversation with James tonight before the game. All right, Dolphins at Texans. It's gonna be a toss-up game.
I'm gonna
They
go
have,
Texans.
yeah, favored by 2.5 points. So I'm gonna go Texans.
And they're coming off the bye week too, I think.
Colts at Broncos. I'm gonna go Broncos.
What was that? Broncos? Yeah, Broncos.
Patriots at Cardinals.
Shit. Oh, fuck. Where's that at?
Arizona's favored by 6 points.
Yeah, I'm going Cardinals.
Same.
Oh,
I don't know. Patriots coming off a bye week.
yeah. We done cut some players too. I think we ready. We just say, hey, let's just get through the season.
All right, and then Bills at Lions. Whew. They're
So,
playing indoors. I'm gonna go. I think the Bills need to win to come back from that loss last week.
hmm
So I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
go
go
Bills.
Bills. Yeah, I'm gonna go Bills. I think I went Lions on offsides, but I'm gonna go Bills.
Okay. We have the Steelers at Eagles.
This is a tough one for me because y'all don't got no pickings, right?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I'm going Eagles. But I think to say Eagles are favored by 5.5 points is disrespectful. That's just me.
I'm gonna go Eagles. I'm gonna go Steelers, of course. And then we have Bucks at Chargers. This is gonna be a good. So I'm gonna go Chargers at home.
Oh my God, man.
They're finding ways
Chargers
to
and
win.
Bucks.
Chargers are favored by 3 points.
I'll go Chargers. That's another
And then on
50-50 game.
Sunday night we have Packers at Seahawks. I'm gonna go Packers.
Oh, this is another tough one. I've counted the Seahawks out and they come in and win. And I'm like, damn. I'm gonna go Seahawks at home.
And then Bears at Vikings. I went Vikings.
Vikings.
Let's see if June and Nikki send us their picks. If
What
not,
about the Falcons and Raiders?
oh my God, I missed a game.
Yeah, we have two Monday night games.
Oh, snap. I didn't even know that. Oh yeah, Falcons and Raiders. I didn't scroll all the way down.
I'm gonna go
I'm
Falcons. Yeah, I
Jinx,
think
you
I
owe me a
think
soda.
I got you next time I see you. Right.
All right. Frank closes out.
Hey, another good episode, Bree. Thank you for the topics and the pictures. A lot of football left to play with a lot of implications to go. It's not set in stone. So hey, let's watch it. Let's get together again and talk about it. Also appreciate life because life is too short. Our time is not ours. So enjoy your life and live it to the fullest. Thank you for tuning in. Also, share, subscribe, turn notifications, leave us a comment, see what we could do better, and let us know. This is the play call. Talk to you later. Peace.
Bye.
Oh.